'Twas the night before my reading challenge where all through the house not a creature was stirring except for this mouse. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube. Today I have a very interesting kind of idea to talk about. I am committing myself to a 2-week challenge where I read a whole book every single day for 2 weeks straight. Yes, half a month of reading a whole book every single day. And I know that sounds insane, and like honestly, it is, but I have been in a bit of a reading slump and then I feel like I'm out of it and then I'm back into it. So I decided that I need to commit myself to something a tad bit extreme so I can read a lot of books because I've been falling a little bit short, but also at the same time ensure that I stay out of it. And challenges just fuel me. Like, one thing about Sadisa is that I am always reading, and if not, I have to do something about it, and this challenge is that exactly. I will be talking in this video about my rough TBR, my plans, my goals, the reason for me doing this, and everything. So yeah, stay tuned if you're interested. This is going to be very yap. I am just going to be talking to you guys. I don't have a lot of time to edit, so I was like, why not just make this like a no edit, just speaking kind of video where I talk about my plans for the next half of a month. I do have to say though, we hit 10,000 subscribers. That is absolutely insane. Like, I just cannot fathom that there's 10,000 of you guys here. Thank you to all of you. I am trying to, I'm going to try and make more YouTube videos, especially now that the main semester of college is over. I am taking 15 whole credits this summer semester. From I think until the middle of June, I'm taking 10 credits. So yeah, I'm still doing a lot of school, but I do want to post more YouTube videos, especially like long form content, because most of my social media time goes to TikTok. Like, that's my main platform. However, I do really want to post on YouTube, and now that there's 10,000 of you here, I feel like I owe it to you guys to make more content. So thank you all for 10,000. That is, once again, insane. I made a list so that I don't get carried away. I feel like you guys are gonna get to know me, because once I start talking, I don't stop, and that's when the real me comes out, I feel like. Okay, let's talk about the rules for this challenge. Number one is obviously I'm reading a whole book every single day for 2 weeks straight. 14 days. I think this might be more than 14. I'm not like, this is not like the exact TBR. I am going to pivot. I have a lot of other books. Probably have like 10 other books on my physical TBR that I can pick from. I have some like library books. If you see me looking around, it's because I have my bookshelf over there. I have a stack of books over there, another stack over there, some library books over there. Like, my room is just filled with books. But that is the main concept. And as I said, I just felt like I've been in a little bit of a reading slump, a reading rut, if you will. And I need to absolutely get out of it because I don't like it. One comment, I did like, I think it was 7 books in 7 days, where basically I read a whole book every single day for a week straight, and that was manageable. I was successful when I did that. 2 weeks is a little bit harder, but I would like stay up and read, and I got a few comments that are like, well, technically it was past 12 a.m. so like you failed. The day ends when I say it does. Like, that is a rule that I just have always abided by, especially since I am a night owl. Sometimes I go to sleep at 1 a.m., 3 a.m. even sometimes. So whatever time I go to sleep, it means that that's when the day starts for me. So as long as it's not anything like absolutely insane, like 6 a.m., even if it's 5 a.m., hey, it's up to me to decide if the day is over or not. And so that is one rule I have personally for myself that I have just always followed, and I will. So that's a rule for this challenge. Another thing is that I think, yeah, I have 2 volumes of JJK here for whenever I'm busy or just whenever I feel like wanting to read manga. I can read 2 mangas and that will equate to a novel. So that's not like cheating, but it's a part of the rules, so it's not. But whenever I have like a busy day, I know, like, I have a part-time job, so when I gotta do that, when I'm busy with that, I know I have to drive my mom to the airport one day, I gotta watch my siblings some other day. So if I do have like a very busy day ahead of me, I can read 2 volumes of manga, and I will be reading JJK. That's the only thing I'm reading at the moment, and that will fulfill my requirement for the day. I will only allow myself 2 of these days though. So I have okay, don't say it, but I have 6 and 7 here. That's one day, and then I can do 8 and 9 for another day, but 2 is the maximum. Another thing is, yeah, I'm posting every single day on TikTok. probably just like a vlog for every single day. However, as I said, I do want to post more on YouTube. So while I will be posting the shorts here as well, so you guys always have access to like everything I post on TikTok, well, most of it. Like there are some videos that are only for TikTok, as there are some videos only for YouTube. I will be trying to vlog and post on YouTube. I don't know how this will work out. My thought process was like, for every 3 days I could do one vlog, but if I have like a heavier like reading day and then a small reading day, it kind of depends. So it might be like days 1 through 3 and then a day 4 and 5 only, and then maybe it's going to be like 6 all the way to 10. I don't really know how it'll play out. Depends on how long the videos end up being or like how much reading I do on that specific day. But the goal is to post at least minimum 3 vlogs that are about the 14 days in which I'm reading, and that's in addition to whatever I post primarily on TikTok and then also here on Shorts. I do want to give credit to like the person who I first saw do something similar to this. One of my favorite mutuals on TikTok, Blen, Pages by Blen. Check her out on TikTok and check her out on YouTube. She did this, I want to say probably last year. I want to say the end of last year, and that's like how I first discovered her. She read a book every single day for a month to eradicate her phone addiction, and that was just so inspiring. And since then I was like, I can't do that. Like, I wish I could. And now I'm going to do half of it. If this goes well, like I was honestly thinking about it, in maybe not in June, because that'll be too soon. I will be recovering from this in June, but maybe like July, mid-July, I might do 30 books in 30 days, which will be a little easier because I could do like a readathon and get 4 books done in a day, and that like puts me ahead. This is a little more like restricting in my eyes at least, but that's just an idea. All credits go to Blen. She's like the first person I saw do this, so girl, yes, thank you. Now let's get into the TBR, I think. Oh wait, one other thing. I can pivot. Let's say I pick up a big book. Like, let's just say I pick up Eternal Ruin and I start it and I'm like, I can't focus on this book right now, or something happens and I end up having a busy day. I can pivot. I do have some smaller novels, or I can change it into a manga day, as long as I do eventually finish that book. Or honestly, I don't even have to finish it. Whatever. As long as I just like do a required reading of a novel or of 2 mangas, it'll be fine. I can pivot. I can change my mind. I think I also will be doing, yes, a 24-hour readathon during one of these days. And obviously that's not going to count for like whatever I read in the 24-hour span won't count for more than like 1 book. I'll just pick 1 book that'll be for this challenge and then also do a 24-hour readathon. Because if you guys didn't know, I'm currently reading my whole physical TBR. The concept, and this is more of like a TikTok challenge, but obviously I'm going to share with you guys, was if I hit 50k followers and I only had 5 books left on my physical TBR, I can go on an unlimited book shopping spree. We hit 50k somehow, I think a week and a half ago, so requirement 1 is already done. Thank you to everyone who also watches on TikTok. That is insane. But other than that, I have to read all the books on my TBR except for 5 of them. I don't know how many books are left. I want to say 20, and that's another reason why I really want to do this. This will help me get a lot of books off of that TBR. And yeah, now I literally, oh, I was talking about the 24-hour readathon. I almost forgot. But yeah, I think I might do one of those because my goal, one of my resolutions was to do a 24-hour readathon every single month. So that might also happen. Probably will. Now let's get into the TBR. Obviously, as I said, we have JJK. This is volumes 6 and 7. Yes, I know. This will count for 1 day. And we'll see if I get to any other manga either during this or during the 24-hour readathon. JJK is an anime that I started. I watched season 1 and 2. If anyone knows anything about me, it's that I love Nanami Kento. He's my favorite character of all time. Like, TV show, book, manhwa, fan fiction, manga like related. He's my favorite of all time. Yes, more than like any book character ever. He is just so precious to me. I just adore him so much. But yeah, I watched season 1 and 2, and the goal is to at least make it to volume 10 before I can binge watch season 3. That's the idea. I want to talk about my smaller books first. And I kind of have 2 very small ones and then not so small ones. Okay. So, number 1, I went to the library today. in preparation for this, and you guys will be seeing the prep video. But this is No Name in the Street by James Baldwin. I read Giovanni's Room in high school, and I really enjoyed it. This is a memoir. It's nonfiction, and another goal that I do have for myself, a resolution, is that I read one nonfiction book every single month, because I just don't gravitate towards nonfiction, unfortunately. But this is shorter. Let's see how many pages exactly it is. It's 197, so it's less than 200. I will be reading this on one of the days because it's a library book and I need to get it back in 3 weeks. This is another thing on my TBR that I'm pretty sure I will read. Another one that I think I will read is Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood. I am going through withdrawals because I haven't read an Ali Hazelwood in so long. It's too long. My brain is like, it's just yearning for a book by her. And so when I hit 50K, my mom gave me $50 because I am on a book buying ban. So I got to pick out a book, and this was luckily one of them. I think this is about, like, it's the enemies to lovers. She is designing a video game, and then, like, her nemesis, let's see. Viola Bowen has the chance of a lifetime to design a video game based on her all-time favorite book series. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. The only problem, her co-lead is Jesse effing Andrews, aka her arch nemesis. Jesse has made it abundantly clear over the years that he wants nothing to do with her, and Viola has no idea why. When their bosses insist that a wintry retreat is the perfect team-building exercise, Viola can't think of anything worse. Being freezing cold in a remote mountain lodge knowing Jesse is right next door? No thank you. But as the snow piles on, Viola discovers there's more to Jesse than she knew, and heat builds in more ways than one. Ooh, that sounds so good. I'm excited to read this. I just love Ali Hazelwood. I would say my favorites from her are Bride, Love Theoretically, and Love on the Brain. I can't rank them, but those are definitely my top 3. Maybe this. A lot of people have said, especially the audiobook of this is amazing. I don't unfortunately have it at the moment, and I won't get it because I checked and the wait is like 3 months. But I'm super excited to read this. I think this could be something I just read in one sitting. Her books are so addictive, and the fact that this is 187 pages, perfect. I will be reading this. Next up, I have 2 other romances. These are more like novels. Two Can Play is a novella, and No Name in the Street it's a nonfiction, so those sometimes tend to be smaller novels, but everything else is like, oh wait, okay, there's another novella, but that's like connected to something else. But these 2 are novels. I have Game Changer and Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed. I know I'm late to the game. I know, but I got my hands on this. I bought first actually at TJ Maxx, literally $10 only, and then I got this at Barnes the final time I went book shopping before the book buying ban. But yeah, now I have 1 and 2. I'm gonna read these eventually. Let's see, I think I'll tell you guys the number of pages in every single book. I think this is 366 pages, and then this one, Heated Rivalry, like the one that everyone has heard about, is 368. My Dinner with Hayden. Oh wait, I think I'm reading ahead. Okay, it's actually only 337, and this one is actually only, no, I lied, it is 366. Perfect. Okay, these are 2 romance. I needed romance because I want to say almost everything else is like fantasy, and they're a part of series, so these will be a good break, I think. And they're very doable. I feel like I can read romance way faster, so I think I'll probably get to those 2. Next up, let's go to what I think I'm going to start on day 1. I don't want to say this wrong. I think I might say this wrong. Don't come at me. The Obelisk Gate. I don't know. I read the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin 3 days ago. I think I finished it. And a lot of people said jump right into it, but I did read like a small mystery thriller in between. But tomorrow I will be starting this. It's a fantasy. I'll tell you guys a little bit about what the first book was about. Basically, we read from 3 different point of views. 2 of them are in 3rd person, and 1 of them is, interestingly enough, in 2nd person. So the author is referring to you, like you yourself, the reader. And so They're following 3 women, a young girl, a young woman, and then a like adult woman. And each of them has an earth-related power. And in this world in which the world has ended like 5 times, they are very suppressed. They can't do anything. They're controlled by these people called guardians. And so we follow these 3 girls on their journey. It's a very high fantasy book. I'll say that. It was insane reading it because I like the first 100 pages I was a little confused, a little bored, but then I was like, wait a minute. And so by the end, I had questions, but I was like, it ended in a really good way. So I do want to read the second one, which is this one, and then the third one, which is The Stone Sky. Luckily enough, the audiobook for both of these came in, so especially because they are like high fantasy, I think it's really good that I have the audiobooks from Libby. This one is 391 pages. Okay. The first one was like 450, so this is significantly shorter, which I think is a good thing. I'll say that's a good thing. And then The Stone Sky, the final book, is 413. And when I was reading this, I could get through like 100, maybe like 90 pages per hour because the font in this is just really, really big. I promise I'm not like an insanely crazy reader who can go more than 100 pages an hour. I really can't. This font is just really big, which is really nice. Like, it makes you feel like you're flying through the book sometimes. I was thinking of maybe reading both of these on day one just to kind of start it off with a bang, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So these 2 will most obviously be getting read. Next up, let's talk about Heartless by Stephenie Meyer. I think someone might have like just dropped the title of this book maybe 8 months ago. It was last year. It was like later last year. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of this. And then I read, and it's about the princess and like her gesture, like the clown person. And immediately I knew I had to get this book. I went to like maybe 10 different bookstores. I went to like 4 local places, half-price books, Barnes & Noble 3 times, until finally I found this book. I didn't even know, but a lot of people were telling me that this is like an OG Book Talk book. I had no idea. So when I did a haul and I was showing everyone that, yes, I finally got this, everyone was like, prepare your heart, have a therapist on speed dial, and get some Kleenex, because this is gonna make you cry, girl. And I was like, what? I wasn't expecting that. And the thing is, we need to bring back short fantasy series. Like, this is a standalone. I yearn for standalones. I love standalones. They just fuel me in ways that sometimes series, they just make me unhappy, because what do you mean I have to read 5 books for the story to conclude? Although I do like growing attached to characters, I need a break. Okay, boob. I need a break. Okay. And so, did I just say boob? I think I did. Oops, I meant boo. Anywho, I'm excited to read this. It's a fantasy. Yeah, the font on this is a little small, but I'm just blessed. I have been saving up my holds on Libby, and the audiobook for this did come through. Oh, there's fan art. This is insanely cool. This is so amazing. There's fan art in the back. And there's questions and everything. And there's an author's note with questions. Okay, that's cool. This is 700. Oh my gosh, I need to go to sleep. It's 449 pages. I'm so pumped for this. This might just have to increasingly enter my most anticipated reads of the year. Maybe, just maybe. Okay, now we will be talking about Immortal Dark and Eternal Ruin. Checked this out like 2 weeks ago from my library. I stumbled upon it, and this is something I had my eye on. I thought I was going to buy it after my book buying ban ended, and then I saw it at the library, and the library's just goated. Everyone make sure to check out and support your libraries, because sometimes they have amazing finds and you just stumble across them. That's what happened. And so I finally went to the library. I had to search up which library in my county had the second book, which is Eternal Ruin. I know the series is not complete. I think a 3rd is coming out this year, I want to say, but a fantasy duology written by a Black woman about a Black female main character. I think it has something to do with vampires or demons, so kind of Sinners vibe. And yeah, the author and our main character are Ethiopian. I'm Ethiopian. I thought it was a sign for me to finally pick this up. Immortal Dark. I think I have the audiobook for this one. Yeah, I have the audiobook for this one. It's 416 pages. And then Eternal Ruin, which is like way chunkier, and I unfortunately don't have the audiobook for. So reading this in a day would actually be very crazy. Is 523 pages. I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I think this is the biggest book. Yeah, this is the biggest book in the pile. 523 pages. Insane. We're gonna get it done. Then let's talk about Caraval. I don't really know. Basically, I bought this book because I had a gift card at Target, and I didn't really have, because I don't shop at Target. It was a gift card I got for my birthday, and I was like, I have to spend it, so might as well spend it on books and become smarter while reading. And Caraval was one of the only ones that they had at the moment that I was like, okay, I do have interest in, and I probably wouldn't buy it at Barnes, so let me just buy it at Target. Did so. I didn't think I was going to start this. I thought it might have ended up being one of the books that I left on my physical TBR because I can still leave 5. Until today, everything shifted. This is what I'm telling you. You have to go to your library. I was just walking in the teen section. Boom. They had book 2 and they had book 3.5, the novella. And so now at this point, because as we know, I'm a lunatic, I'm thinking of reading the whole series in one day. I don't know if it'll happen because it is like, that would actually be just too crazy. This is like 430. Oh, wow. Someone wrote all over in this book. Yay! Is this? Yeah, it is in the book. Whatever. I guess I'll be reading someone's, like, annotations, which is honestly kind of cool. I don't mind it too much. But this one is 470. No, I lied. It's the beginning of the next book. It's 471. Ooh, that's a lot. I don't have book 3, but I did recently get a Kobo, so if I can set it up in time, I could read book 3 on that. And then I have Spectacular. Luckily, this is just a novella. Oh, this is cute. You can see it's colored, and there's art in the back. That's cool. This, aww, I like that. Oh, the writing in this is ginormous. This would probably take me like 2 hours, maybe max, to read, but it's 203 pages. So that's an option. I don't know how it'll end up shaking out, but I'm thinking of maybe reading the whole series in a day. I know this is what kind of comes before. It's connected to Once Upon a Broken Heart, which people like love even more so. Caraval is pretty big on Book Talk, but like Once Upon a Broken Heart, I think the main characters, our main couple is like Jax and Evangeline. People, I don't know, I'm not a part of the fandom. I don't have any correlation to, and I still have seen fan art. I know that she has pink hair. I know that he eats apples. I know all that. So that's how big of a series it is on Book Talk. And I decided that I do want to read this first because Jax is introduced in the Caraval series. So I think it's only fair that I read the first series first because that's just how like my brain has always been wired. Next up, we have, I think, The Lone mystery thriller, but it's a good one because it's by Miss Holly Jackson. We all know and love her. Not quite dead yet. This synopsis is so cool. Let me read it out loud because I heard about it and then I just never picked it up because I would love buying books and I would just buy everything else until I went to Target and I ended up purchasing it. But listen to this because Holly Jackson wrote A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and this synopsis might, like the beginning, opening, intro synopsis, might even be better than A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, the first one. Don't come at me, just listen. In 7 days, Jet Mason will be dead. Jet is the daughter of one of the wealthiest families in Woodstock, Vermont. 27 years old and back living with her parents, she's still waiting for her life to begin. I'll do it later, she always says. She has time. Until Halloween night, when she's violently attacked by an unseen intruder, suffering a catastrophic head injury. Doctors are certain that within a week, the injury will trigger a deadly aneurysm. Jet never thought of herself as having enemies, but now she looks at everyone in a new light. Her family, her former best friend turned sister-in-law, her ex-boyfriend. She has just 7 days, and as her condition deteriorates, she has only her childhood friend Billy for help. But nevertheless, she's absolutely determined to finally finish something. Jet is going to solve her own murder. Like, I need a moment of silence. Because that is so... I'm excited to read this. This might have to be read within the first week. I most definitely will get to this, or I might save this for the 24-hour readathon. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. But people told me, like, this is another book that surprisingly made them cry. Oh my gosh. I don't want to peek in the back, but there's, like, letters. Guys, there's letters. I love when there's letters in books. Okay, let me not look. I'm getting too ahead of myself. I will slowly peek and see how many pages there are. That's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to close it so I don't peek. Oh, the letter is the last page. Okay, it's 379. Guys, I'm so interested. Like, I know absolutely nothing about this book. Luckily, I haven't been spoiled about any of these books. But, like, is it going to be her family member? Is it going to be her ex-best friend turned sister-in-law, her ex-boyfriend? Or is it going to be her childhood friend, Billy? Billy, I'm looking at you. I got my eyes on you. You don't think you can run, okay? But I'm pumped for Jet. I feel like she's going to be a relatable character because for so many of us, we feel like we're behind in life when, like, 27 years old is not old. Like, that's young. But we all know how society is. Last book. Oh my gosh, it looks so lonely. And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I read First Time Caller. I won't bore you guys with it because I talk about the same books. Like, when I love a book, I'll talk about it again and again. I just love First Time Caller because what do you mean it's about a man who hosts, like, a radio talk show and then the daughter calls to ask for help for her mom. That's just so beautiful. And I remember reading First Time Caller, which I have over there because I really do love it. And I remember reading about Jackson and he was so supportive of Aiden and Lucy. So I'm excited to hear his story. I think it's about, because he's a weatherman, there's like a weather girl and it's going to be like a weather woman, a weather man and a weather woman. So they're going to get together. That's cute. That's really cute. And these covers, I get cringed out by romance covers so much. And especially when they look like cartoony, like, no offense, Ali Hazelwood's covers sometimes like ick me. Not even no offense. I'm sorry, girl. Offense. Full offense. Like when they're kissing and stuff and they're cartoons, I don't like it. I have to sneeze. Sorry. But like, this is so beautiful. This is so tasteful. Like, they're drawn, but they look painted and there's attention to detail. And I love that the first book is pink and has the same art style. And now this one is blue. But like, once again, I wish like you guys, maybe you've read this, but the cover is stunning. Like, it has to be displayed. So that is everything that's on my rough TBR. Let me rearrange the books so that they don't all come falling down. But yeah, I feel like I have so many great picks. I'm excited yet nervous, but more so happy to finally be doing this because I've been procrastinating this for over a week. I was like, as soon as my spring semester is over, I will be doing this. And then boom, like now it's closer to June than it is the beginning of May. And that's on me. That's on me, but that's okay because we're finally doing it. And so this is what's on my rough TBR. Those are a few of my rules. That's my thoughts for what I'm planning on doing during this challenge. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas, concerns, let me know. That is it for today's video. I'll see you guys in whatever I end up posting, whatever segment of days for this challenge that I do. So I will see you all then. Bye.